I presume that you should be delighted at the end of the presentation. So I would request all of you, please sit down, hold tight, and let me guide you through the next about half an hour, 45 minutes through this presentation. And before I start, I would apologize for the inconvenience that was caused to you on behalf of TACT Hub New Delhi. Can we go to the next slide, madam? I would be covering to you on totally on this machine learning concept. Friends, please understand, machine learning is a concept that needs immense amount of love. We need to love machine learning. I would say to all of you ladies and gentlemen over here that since we don't love machine learning as it is designed, machine learning, I would say, is a concept that is going to fade away from the industry. I would take a pause. Friends, it is not going anywhere. And by end of 2020, you will have machine learning as integral part of all the systems, all the software development process. It will not be considered as a separate programming tool. Please understand, it is the heart of every kind of a programming tool where you want to develop models, where you want to deploy your models. So don't worry, I will make sure that as you continue your journey with TACT Hub New Delhi, definitely you would love machine learning and it would be a delight for you to undertake this course in machine learning. Can we go ahead, madam?
Yes, sir.
I won't say I would be your trainer. I would be an associate for this entire course on machine learning, wherein I have got a small experience of exceeding 26 years, having worked with the government of India, government of Oman, and host lot of other places with the lead business houses, and have ensured that they achieve maximum profitability and their processes are very, very streamlined. I only understand one language, that is in data science. Please understand, machine learning is an integral part of data science. I won't say machine learning and data science are different. It is the integral part of data science and it is the heart of data science. Can we go ahead, madam? My entire presentation would be structured under the following heads. We will first see what is machine learning and its importance. We will also see how is it that it transforms the world. We will strengthen up our foundation before we do anything in machine learning. We will do everything, all concepts in machine learning in a highly practical way. And thereafter, we would see certain tools which would help us go get ahead in this concept of machine learning. Also, we would see on the concept of model, developing a model, its diagnosis and tuning as well. We would go ahead and also, can we go to the next, ma'am? And we would also see on the concept of mining of data and the recommender system, and definitely the other end of machine learning, which I would say is nothing but deep and reinforcement learning. But please understand, friends, all the concepts which will be covered will be with 100% practical example. And my assurance, I stand by you that I will involve each one of you who gets registered with TACT Hub into the doing practical project in data science with TACT Hub. It would be my endeavor to put you inside this in this field. To start off, friends, let's define what is machine learning. I am very sure that from you brilliant students, either students or working professionals, you really must have understood the concept of machine learning. Please understand, in any kind of session which I would be conducting with you, 100% of my session would be practical intensive. I don't believe in that concept of having a theoretical session. We would have 100% practical intensive session. So going ahead, machine learning is something, basically you can say, explicitly programming a computer to do some kind of a task. But I would say that, friends, this concept of machine learning, you can broadly classify into supervised and unsupervised learning. By definition, what is supervised? Supervised means machine learns with the help of something, typically a labeled training data. And this training data or data set is the basis on which the system learns to infer. A good example of this may be that I show the system a picture of cats and dogs with the corresponding label of the images, and let the system decipher the feature of cats and dogs automatically. This becomes what is known as a supervised learning. On the other hand, unsupervised learning is the technique which is very, very prominent for machine learning, is letting the computer decipher the features or distinguish between cat and dog on its own without me training anything to the system. Friends, machine learning is a subfield of computer science that has evolved from the study of pattern recognition and computational learning theory in artificial intelligence. See, there are few definitions which stand forth or stand apart in the concept of machine learning. The first is something what Mr. Arthur Samuel, who had told somewhere way down in late 50s, that machine learning is a field of study that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. The other definition of machine learning is that it is a field of computer science that involves using statistical methods to create programs that either improve performance over time or detect pattern in massive amounts of data that humans would unlikely are unlikely to find. This definition of machine learning is basically, you can say in short, that it is a collection of algorithms and techniques used to create computational systems that learn from data in order to make predictions and inferences. Can we go ahead, madam? The next, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And as we go ahead with into seeing this, let's also understand what is the importance of machine learning. Please understand, friends, machine learning, whether you are from computer science field, mechanical, electrical, electronics, civil engineering, it is an the iterative aspect of ML is that you need to create models, and the models independently adapt to the data. They learn from the past experience, again relearn and again relearn. This is the importance of machine learning, so that your model is robust and fits the problem which you are undertaking. Can we have next, madam? We would also, let's also see on the various application of machine learning, because I, as a trainer which I have been conducting n number of training sessions all over the world, all my application or all that what I do are practically in depth. A few good application of machine learning are: you can have virtual personal assistants, you can have predictions while computing. Next, madam. There are a few more listed in this. You can do video surveillance for using machine learning. You can do an email spam and malware filtering. You can do online customer support. You can also do search engine result refining and various other things which I mentioned here. Friends, in any case, machine learning is not limited to only the ones what I have limited here, listed here. It is only due to the paucity of space I have listed a few of the things which would add value to you. You can also get into product recommendation, develop wonderful recommender systems. You can also do online fraud detection, and there are many more on and on. In, I would say, all the fields which are around us, we can apply the concept of machine learning. Can we go next, madam? We can, let's see that how is that this concept of machine learning, if you learn from tactub, or what is that, or in what way will it transform the world? Please understand, the automation of industry is a very, very important thing that you can expect from machine learning. All the tasks and function which have been undertaken manually, you are into the concept of automation. That is the reason why today we have landed up in that state where many of us are jobless. Why? Because all our processes are being automated. All the For all the processes, you are imparting that concept of technical knowledge, by which, what you mean, you ensure that all your processes are automized, thereby we are ensuring that this concept of ML gets deeply into our daily life. So it is, I would suggest to all of you, it is the right time, and TACTUB is the right place where you can join to learn on machine learning, whether you are a student or an industry professional. Can we go to the next, madam? We would also, let's go ahead and see on the some very basic, just a few basic fundamentals of machine learning. See, when you learn machine learning, you can definitely do machine learning using either C, C++, Java, or any kind of a tool which you're abreast with. But for me, I would say that learning machine learning is would really get wonderful for you if at all you get to learn it in Python. So what we will do, we will learn our, or we will undertake our entire session in Python. Now, if at all you people are not abreast with the practical aspects of Python, I would request you, you can continue your course with TactHub and pick up on this concept of programming in Python. Don't worry, friend, it is an open source language, it is free, and it is very convenient for you to learn. If at all you are able to pick up this, the entire concept of machine learning would be a cakewalk. Please understand, whenever you learn this fundamental of machine learning, the basic thing in this is data, but the facts and figures that we have available with respect to business context. We know that data is made up of two aspects. It is objects and attributes. And we know what do we mean by objects. Objects can be things like people, tree, animal, etc. And attributes are that were recorded for objects, such as maybe the age, size, weight, cost, things of this kind. The things we measure, control, or manipulate for objects are the variables. It differs as to how well they can be measured. That is, how much measurable information their measurement scale can provide. Please understand, friends, at a high level, there are two types of variables based on the type of values they can take. They can be continuous quantitative or discrete or qualitative. Continuous variables are those that can take any positive or negative numerical value within a large range. Maybe the retail sales amount and maybe the insurance claim amount are wonderful examples for a continuous variable that can take any number within a large range. And when we come to this discrete or qualitative, these are those variables that can take only particular value. An example of this could be, say, a retail store location, area, the state, the city. These are some wonderful examples of discrete or qualitative. Can we go to the next one, madam? Now, at this point, you might be thinking that how is it that we proceed? So what I have done, the pic which you see on the screen, these are the only 6 steps. I would say, after my experience of over 2 decades, I would say these are the only 6 steps by which you can learn or pick up the concept of machine learning. There is nothing else in our entire ecosystem as on today. Please understand, these 6 step paths which I have shown here has been designed based on the 6 degrees of separation theory, which states that everyone and everything is a maximum of 6 steps away. Please note that the theory deals with the availability of connections rather than their existence. So, friends, a great effort has been taken to design an eminent yet very simple 6 steps, covering from the fundamental to the most advanced topics in machine learning. If you ask me, I'll say, if you want to be a machine learning engineer, you have to learn right from step number 1 to step number 6. What we will be doing in this entire course with you with TactHub, we will be covering, although our course would be good about 95% practical and just about less than 5% of theory, we will cover all concepts, so that even if you are a working professional, it would benefit you in certain topics like hyperparameter tuning, various ensemble technique, natural language processing, deep learning, and some amount of reinforcement learning. This definitely you would find it to be very, very beneficial for you even when you step out in the industry. But not needless to say that even if you're a student, it is of great use to you. And each of these topics, which as shown in the 6 steps, will be covered in 2 parts. The first part will be the theoretical concepts, and the second part will cover practical implementation with different Python packages. Friends, I mean practical implementation means the industry relevance of this. I am the last person who would cover what is written in any book. the practical application of this, because more than me, I presume that all you people who are present here very well understand that there's a huge difference between what is taught in an educational institution and what is sought by the industry. Don't worry, friends, we will bridge that gap for you. So the great deal of effort has been taken in, so that when you glide from step number 1 to step number 6, you get comfortable, so that at the end of step number 6, you are ready to jump into that artificial intelligence quest. I will recommend that all of you, please, I would say that without any rhyme or reason, you may please step into this course, because I am very sure it would really benefit you. Can we go to the next one, ma'am? Then as we go ahead, I would say that, friends, we very well know it, that behind every successful man there is a lady. I mean the lady luck. And our lady luck is what I would be showing you in the next slide. Can we go to the next one? Next slide, ma'am. This is my thing. We love the 4-letter word of free. The tool that we will be using is Python for our entire concept in machine learning, nothing other than Python. And it is the best tool as on today in our ecosystem. We will use Python. You use Python, you will get ample amount of free time, as is shown in the left hand side slide. You will get ample free time. Coding is very simple, it is very powerful. Whereas if at all you want to resort to any other language, which predominantly the industry does is on Java, you will find it very cumbersome. You will have to spend sleepless nights. You will have to break your head for that. That is why I said, what we will be requesting you is, before you join for this course, please get married to the tool that is Python. Definitely it will do wonders for you, and take my word, trust me, it will do wonders for you. You will be thankful to me for what I've been telling you. Can we go to the next one, ma'am? Now, going the other tool, see, definitely for all our development purpose, we will be using Anaconda Navigator, which is free, which is totally free, which comes with inbuilt R and Python. Also, we will go ahead with using Google Colab, that is Google Collaboratory. It is also another free tool which will help you code anything and everything in Python. You don't have to pay a single rupee to do anything. That is why industry as on today is jumping into Python, just for this reason, that it is so powerful and a high level language. Can we go to the next one, ma'am? When we get into this concept of looking into what is machine learning, I will say machine learning, friends, is a subset of artificial intelligence. I will not delve into the concept of AI, because it is beyond the scope of our presentation today. So let's first understand what AI is and where is that this machine learning fits within this wider umbrella. Please understand, friend, AI is a broad term that aims to use data to offer solutions to existing problems. It is the science and engineering of replicating, even surpassing human level intelligence to machines. That means to observe or read, learn, sense, and experience. The few things which I have shown you on the slide, the first one being observe, that is identify patterns using the data. This process, what I have shown you, is the AI process loop. I would use the term AI because AI can be implemented only if you implement the algorithms of machine learning and deep learning. So we will have a very cursory look into what these things are. Observe means to identify pattern using data. Plan is to find all possible solutions. Optimize is to find optimal solutions from the list of possible outcome. Action is to execute the optimal solution. Then learn adapt is the result giving the expected result. That is, these AI process loop can be achieved only using intelligent systems. A robotic intelligent agent can be some wonderful agent which can be used along with this loop, and you can define it as a component that can perceive its environment through different kinds of sensors. Please, friends, we have different sensory organs well within our body, such as eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, to perceive our environment, and organs such as hands, legs, mouth are the effectors that enable us to take action within our environment based on our perception. Can we go to the next one, ma'am? Now, when we go ahead, there are various machine learning categories which you as a machine learning engineer, be it a novice or professional, should understand. At the very high level, machine learning tasks can be categorized into three groups based on the desired output and kind of input required to produce it. The first of its kind is supervised learning. Madam, can we click on the next one? This supervised learning algorithm is provided with large enough example input data set, irrespective of the output or event or class. Usually, this is prepared in consultation with the subject matter expert of a respective domain. The goal of this algorithm here is to learn patterns in the data and build a general set of rules to map input to the class or event. Please understand there are two types of commonly used supervised learning algorithm. They can be regression or classification. However, when you build a supervised a machine learning algorithm, it has three stages. The first is training, second is testing or validation, and the last is prediction. Now, coming to the second category of machine learning, which is unsupervised learning, we are well aware that there are situations where the desired output class or event is unknown for whatever historical data. The objective of such cases would be to study the pattern in the input data set to get a wonderful understanding and identify similar patterns that can be grouped into specific classes or events. There are, however, two different ways by which you can perform any unsupervised learning algorithm. The first is clustering, the second is dimension reduction, and the last of the learning category, which is reinforcement learning. Please understand the very basic objective of reinforcement learning algorithm is to map situations to actions that yield the maximum final reward. While friends, you map the action, the algorithm should not just consider the immediate reward, but also the next and all subsequent rewards. Now, for example, a program to play a game or drive a car will have to constantly interact with a dynamic environment in which it is expected to achieve a certain goal. Definitely, we will learn all these concepts as we get ahead with tacked up in training you guys in machine learning. Can we go ahead, ma'am? The next, can we go to the next? Yeah, we would now see on some basic frameworks for machine learning system. See, over time, the data mining field has seen a massive expansion. There have been a lot of efforts made by many experts to standardize methodologies and define best practice for the ever growing, diversified, and iterative process of building machine learning systems. Over the last decade, the field of machine learning has become a very important concept for variety of industries, businesses, and organizations because of its ability to extract insights from the huge amount of data. Otherwise, mainly you can say that the three data mining process framework have been the most popular and widely practiced by data mining experts or researchers to build machine learning systems, which are the first being KDD, that is knowledge discovery in databases. The second is CRISP-DM, that is cross industry standard process for data mining. And the last is the SEMMA model, that is sample, explore, modify, model, and assess. These are the three techniques by which will define the framework to build any kind of a machine learning system. Can we go to the next one, ma'am? Now, going ahead to the next step, which is model diagnosis and tuning. Friends, all these are the steps which you really should understand. When you speak about model diagnosis and tuning, what we will do, we will learn about the different pitfalls that one should be aware and will encounter when you build a machine learning system. We will take a lot of practical examples and see. And me as a person, I don't believe in using any one particular algorithm. So what I have done, I have got all the relevant algorithms, these ones which are as shown on your screen, and many more algorithms. I will put all of them together. I will create an ensemble machine learning algorithm, which is a combination of all the algorithms. Friend, today with ample confidence, I can tell you it is as good as nowhere in our entire ecosystem in our country is any ensemble learning algorithm taught in any college. Maybe at the max one or two algorithm in very few colleges it's taught. But what we will do, we will combine all the algorithms, come out with wonderful results. I have had a hands-on experience in executing number of projects in using ensemble learning algorithms. Definitely we will do that. We will do this on this concept on using ensemble machine learning algorithm. Can we go to the next one? I have put all these algorithm in the form of some cartoon characters. Now, going ahead, you also should learn on text mining and recommender system. Please understand, friends, on this concept of text mining and recommender system, when you say, you will definitely learn on such wonderful concepts that will help you go ahead in the industry. What I mean by this is, one of the key areas of artificial intelligence is, friend, NLP, natural language processing, or you can even call it text mining, as it is generally called, which deals with teaching computers how to extract meaning from text. What we will do, we will use some very powerful libraries like NLTK, Gensim, SPACI, TextBlob, Polyglot, Pattern, all these to do text mining as well as design our recommender system. Because I am the last person who would say that let me do a text mining or the recommender system using any of the older algorithm. We will use the state of art algorithm. But please understand, this text mining process you can broadly categorize into four phases. The first is text data assemble, then text data pre-processing, then data exploration or visualization, and finally model building. Can we go to the next one, ma'am? Now, the next slide, ma'am. Now we will do even the last concept, the sixth step, I would say, is learning on deep and reinforcement learning. The next slide, ma'am. The deep learning concept has been the buzzword in the machine learning world in recent times. The main objective of deep learning is to use machine learning to achieve artificial general intelligence. We would call it as AGI, that is replicate human level intelligence in machines to solve any problem given area. Deep learning has shown promising outcome in computer vision, audio processing, and text mining. The advancement in this area has led to through a lot of breakthroughs such as self-driving cars, things of this kind. We will definitely use them, and we will be using some very libraries like Piano, PyLearn 2, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras. These are the ones. Apart from this, artificial neuron, which is the concept which has been inspired by biological neurons, in which who and which introduced the concept of perceptron as an artificial neuron, which is the basic building block of an artificial neural network. This biological neuron, as we know, has got dendrites to receive signals, exactly like a cell body, to process them. We will see how is it that we are going to use the wonderful library of sklearn perceptron in implementing models on this kind, on perceptron, which is a single artificial neuron. We will also address the drawback of single perceptron, where we will come out with the concept of multi-layer perceptron, which is also commonly called as feed forward neural network. It is a composition of multiple perceptrons connected in different way and operating on distinctive activation functions. Can we go to the next one, ma'am? Now, going ahead, since we have completed all the six steps in machine learning, we would have to definitely even do on the concept of what is required in the industry. You have to do all these concepts which I have told using TensorFlow. And the latest version is TensorFlow 2.0. You'll have to build your models using TensorFlow. You will be introduced to techniques by which you can deploy a machine learning model. Like, we will not be building a full TensorFlow based application. Rather, we will go over different framework to save a model, reload it for prediction, and deploy it. What we will do, we will review the internals of model development and their challenges. And the second part of our work will demonstrate how to deploy a Python machine learning model using Flask, that is the web framework. We will do all this definitely if at all you would decide to shake hands with Tact Hub, which I would strongly recommend to you, because I would tell you that, friends, you are in very safe hands. Can we go ahead, ma'am? And we would also see on the concept of industrial machine learning, where we put all this what we have learned into practice. Can we go to the next slide, ma'am, please? Today I had only, for the purpose of the reason that we had a lot of problems in the beginning, that's why I had abridged the presentation, so that I'm able to convey maximum meaning to you. Friends, please understand, I hope you must have enjoyed the 6 steps of simplified machine learning expedition, where I reiterate that the 6 steps are where you will learn the core philosophy and key concept of Python 3 programming language. It's step number 1. Step 2, you will learn about machine learning history, the high level categories, that is supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning, and the 3 important frameworks for building machine learning system, which is SEMA and KDB. And then thereafter, using the primary data analysis of NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. The next step, where we would you will see different data types, the key quality issues, and how to handle them. The step after that, which is step number 4, you will learn on the various techniques for model diagnosis, bagging the overfitting, boosting the underfitting, ensemble technique, and hyperparameter tuning. The step after this, which is step number 5, you'll get a wonderful overview of text mining process, the data assemble, data pre-processing, data exploration, and data visualization. Step number 6, you will learn about artificial neural network, convolutional neural network for image analysis, and recurrent neural network for text analytics. These are the 6 steps which you will be learning, and I'm very sure at the end of this, it would make you into a full-fledged machine learning engineer, with you having to know what you are not having to even think that you need to learn anything else more than this. I have completed my presentation. Friends, if anybody has any doubts, you can please ask me in next 5 to 10 minutes, because I've got another meeting lined up at 12 o'clock, which I'm already late. So kindly, you may, if at all you don't have anything and you still want to ask me, you can drop a message to Tact Hub, and they would definitely get back to me. So anything you want to ask me, you can right away ask me. Maybe few little questions I would share with you, and anything else which you want, you can definitely drop a mail to Tact Hub. It would be my pleasure to answer your queries. Now the
Yes,
house is open for your questions, please.
yes, sir. Someone is asking, how do we start off with learning machine learning?
Madam, the first step in machine learning is you should be conversant in Python, because we need a tool, and that is why I told it is free. The one which is free. We don't have to spend one single rupee. You have to press up on Python. Now, can I know the person who has asked the question, madam, his good name, his or her good
He's,
name?
he's Prajwal, sir.
Okay, see, if you want to learn machine learning, Mr. Prajwal, see, what you need to do, you definitely need to shake hands with Python. And like what I tell all my candidates, if at all you get to, let's take an analogy, say you want to learn playing cricket, definitely you can play Prajwal, you can play cricket any of your friend, or you can definitely play it with Sachin Tendulkar. I would recommend that please with Sachin Tendulkar if you want to learn cricket the right way. Otherwise, definitely you will learn cricket, it will be of no use. So you need to handhold or learn Python the right way, what is required. And friends, it does not take time to learn Python. Give me your started efforts in, at the max, 4 weeks. I'll ensure that you will master Python. And that day and time will not be far when you will tell me, Suresh, it's more of you, we have had enough of you in Python. I will teach you, I will get you to that level. That will be my assurance to you.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, Rajni is asking why is machine learning required?
Madam, whenever you have any kind of a model, all the industries are getting into automation. So if you say automation, step number one is you have to develop a model, which is the heart of any process. How do you develop a model? It is only through machine learning. You'll tell a computer to perform some task without programming it. The concept of artificial intelligence, whoever, I think it is Rajni which you told, madam, you cannot implement artificial intelligence without machine learning or deep learning. You have to be good in machine learning, because these are the algorithms which feed for artificial intelligence. It is just that in the industry, artificial intelligence is commonly spoken term, not machine learning. It is, that's why we understand this concept of artificial intelligence, not machine learning or deep learning. Anybody, anything
Right.
else, madam?
I don't think so. There are any more questions, sir. If you have any more questions,
Okay,
students, please
madam,
write
if
in
you,
the chat box. Yes, sir.
yeah, I'll drop the connection because I've got another meeting waiting up for me, madam. Thanks a lot. I had a wonderful time explaining to you the 6 steps which is required for you to become a full-fledged machine learning engineer. And friends, please trust me, these are the only 6 steps, whether you learn machine learning through Tactile Delhi or whether you go to United States of America. These are the only 6 steps which is required to learn machine learning. Or
Hello. Hello. Sir, you are not audible, sir. Sir, we are unable to hear you, sir. Hello. Hello. So, hi, students. We had a very nice interactive session with Dr. S. Suresh Kumar. So, if you have any more queries, please you can either mail us or you can drop us our queries on number on SMS us. We will get back to you. Further, it was a very nice interactive session. We shall sign off now. For your queries, you can send us a mail or can drop us SMS also. And we will also recommend you can join us on you can join for the courses on our TechTech website. We will be offering 25% discount if you enroll today for the program. So you can join on the you can go to the website and register for the various machine learning programs available with us. And if you are registering today, you will be getting 25% discount. So we are logging out the session now. Thank you for your participation. Thank you.